What's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is gonna be a makeup video, obviously by the title and the thumbnail, but it's gonna be a little bit different because I am going to try relatively all new products and do something a little bit different with my makeup. Normally, you guys know I love to do a full face, full beat. Like I like to look like I have makeup on, but lately I've been really loving like a really natural, like sun-kissed, glowy vibe. And I feel like because it's the summertime and we're going out and spending time doing things actually for the first time in like a year, I wanted to try something different with my makeup and do something really glowy and pretty. So I am partnering with Target on today's video. So thank you so much Target for sponsoring this video. We're gonna try a bunch of really fun, affordable makeup, all available at Target. I'm really trying to go really glowy, not too heavy on the makeup. I tend to do like a lot of steps, so I'm trying to consolidate the amount of steps. I'm also gonna try to focus on more creamier products instead of powders. So normally I have really oily, acne prone skin, and the last thing that I would do is put a bunch of like cream products on my face. But I really wanna try to do kind of like a no makeup, but still look really like put together and pretty and really natural and glowy for the summer. So we're gonna get into it. I have my mirror here and I'm just gonna kind of talk through some of the things, but obviously like my eyebrows and stuff, like that's, you guys know how to do your eyebrows. I'll have all of the products listed down below in the description box so you guys can shop everything that I'm using in today's video. And I'll also have them on the screen so you know exactly what I'm using just in case I don't say it. So this first product is from e.l.f. I love using e.l.f.'s eyebrow pencils. I just love how affordable they are. They're really easy to work with. I normally use this one. It's an instant lift brow pencil, but today I'm going in with this one. It's a little bit more fine, really able to like focus in and really make sure that you're not like too heavy handed. I feel like with the other one, although I love it, I find myself going a little bit too heavy. And this one is just so easy. You can just lightly brush in and fill in your hairs. I've been into like a more fluffier brow lately also. Just feel like that looks so pretty. I wish I didn't like tweeze my eyebrows when I was younger because now I'm in the process of like trying to grow them out and trying to make it look like I have matching eyebrows, even though I know people always say like your eyebrows are sisters or cousins, not twins. So that is definitely true in my case. My eyebrows are not the same. This really helps in just making it like a little bit filled in. You can see like I didn't do that much, but it just looks so much better. This is like a must step for me. I don't know, I love it. Okay, so there we have the brows. For the most part, they're pretty even, and I'm actually really impressed with this brow pencil. I think this is gonna be my new go-to. It just makes the brows look a lot more natural than my last one. It just doesn't look too overfilled. I like to always like just like fluff up my brows also, just like comb them upwards and outwards. And now that we have the brows done, I am just priming my eyelids a little bit for some light eyeshadow. I am going to actually use a new palette. This palette really attracted me because of the shades. They're so pretty. So this is Wet n Wild's In Love with Cocoa. I love that name too. This is their new eyeshadow palette. I love the shades in here. It's just really easy, simple like go-to shades. Even like after the summer going into fall, like I could still see myself pulling for this palette just because the shades are a little bit universal, gonna look really good on dark skin. But if you're a lighter skin tone than me, this will also look good on you too. So definitely don't be afraid. I'm actually going to use this e.l.f. palette as well. Literally $3, it's so affordable. I'm just gonna throw that in my crease, just to give my crease a little bit of depth. This is kind of like my go-to shade. Every time I do my makeup, this is like what I do. I want to try to not use too many products on my face. Obviously, it's the summer. For the most part, I wouldn't wear makeup during the summer, but on days when like you want to get a cute pic or, you know, like just be out and look a little bit more alive, you want to have a little bit of makeup on. I am going to use this Rose Glow Mist from Revlon. This is a new product. And I am going to spray my eyeshadow brush. This is a really good tip if you want your shadow to be a little bit more pigmented and wet. I always like to spray my brushes. We have this color here, which is more like a golden, and then this one is more pink. I think we're gonna go with like the gold. Sometimes you can like even go in with your finger for this. Like I feel like sometimes your finger works a little bit better. Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah. That's pretty. Just like a little flush of color. I feel like this is like great for like on the go makeup as well. Like you could do your makeup in the car, like on your way to the beach or the pool. This is like perfect. It's kind of like a little flush of color. Nothing too crazy, but gonna make your eyes pop a little bit. Next, I wanna use a little bit of primer because I want my pores to be filled in a little bit. So I'm gonna do this. I also have this new product from e.l.f. This is the Acne Fighting Putty Primer. This stuff really works. I tried it the other day and it comes with this like little brush. And just put that on my pores, put it like in that area, and then you just blend it out with the brush. And I like to just focus this like on my pores, obviously. This is gonna fill in the pores and just gonna give you like a little bit more of a flawless base. This is probably a step that you can skip if you like genuinely wanna do like a really quick like pool look. But again, like if I'm gonna do makeup, I want it to look really flawless and seamless. And I feel like for the pool or the beach, any summer activities, the base is like really, really important. If you're gonna go like easy on like eyeshadow and everything else and go really natural, like I feel like the one thing that you want to be like really good is your face. This putty primer, oh my god, it's so good. I've already used it like a few times, so I'm really obsessed with it. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with some really light foundation, nothing too crazy, because again, we want to be really natural and glowy. Next, moving on to a little bit of concealer, because we definitely need that. Don't like to apply too much concealer because I feel like it makes you look a little too cakey, so I just apply a little bit, just like 3 little areas, and then I'll blend it out. Love this little sponge. It's from e.l.f., super affordable, and I pretty much always use it. If you watch my makeup videos, you know. This is like my go-to sponge. Now, the thing that will be really difficult with this look is the powder, because I crease like no other. So like I have to use powder. Powder makes you look cakey. So I'm just gonna set, just do a little bit. I just like focus on the inner part like that, just a little bit. It's a little heavy on this side, but it's okay. So we're just gonna wipe it right off. I'm gonna let that sit literally for 20 seconds. While I go in with some liquid highlight. Now I feel like this is so important for like glowy makeup looks, like you've gotta do some liquid highlight. So I'm using this one from Revlon, and I'm just gonna do little dots. Do that right there, and then I'll do that, and then I'll do the bridge of my nose. I'm gonna blend that out again. So just the same sponge, just use a different end. Brush that away. Okay, now that we got the liquid highlight blended, I like to do this like in between my cream steps because I'll go back in with the powder. I just can't not use a powder highlight. I am just that extra. But I like to use it in this step when I have all my creams going. Another cream that I've been trying, this is also a new product from e.l.f. It's their Putty Bronzer. I'm just gonna use a sponge just to make it a little easier. I will just get like kind of like a fluffy brush like that. And I have to contour my nose just because I need a little bit of definition there. So just kind of like contour down. This stuff is so creamy. I think it's like the putty consistency. It just like blends so well. I used this the other day and I was like, oh my god, this is like my new favorite thing. The only thing I will say is I feel like I would love this product so much more if it came in like a stick form. That way I could actually like go in on my cheeks and my nose and like actually apply it straight from the tube. Because I feel like with the brush, you have to really get like in there and make sure you're drawing the line exactly where you want it. So I hope they come out with like a stick form soon. That would be amazing. I'm gonna use the thicker brush and just dip it in there. And I'm just gonna kind of pounce it. I normally always do powder contour, but today, we're gonna do cream because we want a really like natural glowy look. And I feel like this is the perfect color. It's not too dark. It's just gonna add a little bit of definition to my face. Okay, there we go. Very like glowy. I don't feel cakey at all, which is good. Okay, next, have to have a little bit of blush. I just feel like blush just makes you look really sun-kissed. So I just can't not, I can't not do this step. So I'm gonna use this new Wet n Wild My Cherry Amour face palette, and I'm going in with obviously the pink shade. I'm just pouncing it. You guys know Wet n Wild makes my favorite blush that is like cracked, but I still use it. I'm gonna focus the blush on the high points. I normally always focus blush right here. It's better to kind of focus it up there. So I'm just gonna do that there. Maybe bring it down a little bit, but not too much. Just really bring it up on top of your contour. Bring the leftover on the nose. Make you look like you had a little bit of sun. And then because that is like the one powder product I use, again, back in with the spray. Just bring some moisture back in. And then what's next? So I'm just gonna do a tiny bit of eyeshadow on my lower lash line. A tiny bit's not gonna hurt. Famous last words. Just like a little brush just to like complete the look. And boom, not that much, you know, not that much. Okay, ooh, so glowy. Look at that. Wow, 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 wow. A little bit of powder highlight. This is probably the quickest I've ever done my makeup, you guys, which makes sense because this is obviously a really easy makeup look. We're gonna do a little bit of mascara, and this is a new one from e.l.f. This is called Big Mood, and I'm really excited about it because look at that bristle. It looks like it's really just gonna like coat my lashes, so we are gonna try this. So I will say this mascara is really good at like getting every single lash. I feel like with some other mascaras, it like, I have to go back in a lot and kind of like get the loose little hairs that didn't get any mascara. But this one, this brush is just like really good at just like getting everything. And I didn't have to like try too hard. It just like coats them, makes them a little longer. You can see the difference. So I'm gonna do the other eye. So we are nearing the end of this makeup look, and I just put my scarf back a little bit so that I could get my edges, because literally nothing is worse than having an obvious line of like your makeup being done and you didn't get your edges. So we gotta make sure we always got the edges covered. I also went back and just put a little bit of blush on the cheeks just because, I don't know, I just like that. I was going back and forth and looking at myself and I'm like, I am just the apple of the cheeks blush girl, and that's okay. So I went back, did a little bit more blush, but I'm loving this makeup so far. It's really like pretty and just like, I love it. So this would not be, honestly, this would not be a makeup look without my signature eyeshadow liner. Had to go get this palette that is also available at Target. Absolutely love their line. I was obsessed with their foundation stick forever, and this contour palette is one of my favorites for darker skin, and as you can see, it's really beat up. I use it a lot, but it's really great for, now I mainly use it for my wing liner. So I always do an eyeshadow wing. I love like an almond shaped eye, and I just feel like a little eyeshadow wing really suits my eye shape. So I'm just gonna do a little one just with a lighter shade, not too dark, because I feel like if you go for like a darker like eyeshadow, it's gonna look really obvious and not as like naturally, you know what I mean? Like that's not really the vibe of this look. Like we're not going for a dark liner here. So we just want a little bit of shadow, not too much. So you can see, just doing a little bit. So I'm just using the middle shade here, and I only do the outer corner. I don't go all the way in my eye, I just go halfway. And there we have it, folks. Not too much, just a little bit, but I just think it adds like a nice little final touch to the eye look. Brush up my eyebrows, not my eyes. Last step is lips. I went in and just filled in the pinks of my lips, and now I'm gonna go in with a gloss. So I picked up this new one from Wet n Wild. It's called the Honey Be Mine, and it comes with a lip liner, which is a little bit pinky, so if I was going for like a more pink look, I would use this lip liner. I normally always like to use like a more like nude look, but there are times like Valentine's Day, or if I'm feeling like really fancy, I'll go in with like a pink liner. And this one is like pretty neutral enough, you can tell there. It's pretty neutral enough, so it's not like too pink. It's definitely like on the pinkish beige side, which is a really good option to have also. And then it comes with this like yellow gloss, which is like literally like honeybees. So cute. So I'm just gonna do a little bit in the center. That smells so good. Oh my God, it smells like, I'm so bad with smells. Oh my God, it has castor oil. Ooh, it's supposed to be really moisturizing. Okay, so we're just gonna do a little bit of that. Oh my God, it's perfect. Look at that. That's exactly what I love in a gloss. I also have this one from e.l.f., which is just like a more like just straight up clear. I think this one is clear too. It's just in a yellow packaging. So I think we're just gonna mix the two. I love a gloss for the summer. I just think it's like a must. You have to have like glossy lips. They're just like so good for the summertime. So cute. This gloss is amazing. I went back and applied more because it is so moisturizing, not sticky at all. Just like really moisturizing, and I love that it has like castor oil in there. It's gonna make your lips not get dry, especially when you're out in the sun. You need that moisture. It has castor oil, marula oil, vitamin E, honey, sunflower seed oil, all of the things. So good. Okay, taking the scarf off because I think our hair is good to go. I haven't brushed it, but what I love to do in the summertime with my ponytail is just kind of like brush it up, or like just like hand comb it up. You know what I mean? Just kind of like zhuzh it a little, because I like the messy ponytail look. I think it looks just really pretty, especially when you have like a really natural glowy face. I think the messy hair just like kind of goes with the vibe, you know what I mean? I'm not a hairstylist, but I know it looks good on me. Okay, last final thing is make sure the edges are good. I'm like super panicky about that. And then again, gotta go in with the bronzer just a tiny bit and just get the edges. I love that this bronzer is cream. It just like feels like you're not even putting anything on. I know I keep raving about it, but it's honestly so good. You could just keep adding and it doesn't look like you have like 10 pounds of bronzer on. It just looks really good. Oh my God, okay. I think cream makeup is the way to go. Like, look how glowy I look. And of course, I'm gonna add more spray because why not? Again, going in with this rose spray. One final spritz. Oh, this is the best step. Drenching your face in spray. Oh my God, you guys. Are you kidding? Look how glowy. Wow, and this is not like an oil glow because I'm oily AF. This is like, next level. I'm obsessed. I just like to go in and just like make sure the oil doesn't stay. This is the final makeup look. What do you guys think? I'm gonna bring you up. What do we think? What do we think? I'm obsessed with it. I think this is gonna be my go-to for summer. Just like when I want a little bit of makeup, but I still wanna be really glowy and summery and fresh. I love all of the products that I tried. Literally, this lip gloss, you guys, is gonna be my new favorite. I found my new favorite blush as well. I feel like Wet n Wild kills it with their blushes. If you guys know, if you know, you know. This is my other Wet n Wild brush that I have literally beat up because I use it so much. I am obsessed with their blushes. It's so good. And literally all of the products. I love the eyeshadow, how it came out. Use this one, as you guys saw. I just think Target is killing it right now with their makeup. all of these brands are coming out with really cool, innovative stuff. The putty bronzer and the primer, it's just like they are killing it at Target right now. So I will have, again, everything linked down below in the description box. Make sure you guys check out all of the products. If you have any questions on anything, DM me, leave a comment. I'm so excited to see your guys' makeup looks, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, thank you to Target for partnering with me on it, and I will see you guys in the next one.